I'm Billy. Nice to meet you.
You too. This is the first.
This is the first part. I'll top the first.
Any outs?
2 outs. 0-0.
Alright, here we go.
Welcome to Chase Field for today's matchup between Goffstown and Plymouth. My name is Joey LeBlanc. Joining me is Katie Martin, providing the color commentary for today's broadcast. We are just getting here for the second inning because both of us had class. So we want to thank you for joining us, and it should be an exciting game. The score is 0-0. It is the top of the second inning, and Goffstown is up to bat. Casey Johnson is the pitcher today for Plymouth, and batting for Goffstown is Justine Watterson. And she's the number 4 batter in the lineup. Last time that Goffstown was up, they went 1-2-3 to start off the first inning. This one hit on the ground on the third base side, foul. And Kate, this game a lot better than it was last time, Katie, as far as weather goes, we can say, right?
Weather-wise, it was freezing last game, and hopefully this game goes by as it did last game with the Plymouth pitching really doing well this season so far.
Early on, Johnson not afraid to go at Watterson. This at-bat, she got her to swing at that first pitch. It was hit on the ground, but just trying to working her way through the count, looking for a strikeout here. Gets her to pop up foul on the first base sideline this time. Two count. Goffstown 3-0 on the season. The Bobcats 3-1. And that one high. Full count now for Watterson. On deck, Olivia Brennan, and following her. And that is ball number 4 called, so a leadoff walk here in the second inning.
Last up at bat, Plymouth had a couple steals around those bases, so we can see if the Goffstown team is going to be as aggressive as well.
Watterson, a player with some speed, so definitely could test Plymouth here on this defensive series. Bunt laid down. Johnston picks it up, tosses it over to first, and that's 1 out in the inning, but it does advance the runner from first to second.
Well executed play, just not quite fast enough to turn a double play just yet.
It was an excellent bunt there. Just laid it down in front of the pitcher. Made Johnson come up and play it. Really smart play by her to just go get that runner at first. Takes double play out of the question. And now runner in scoring position. And just outside from Johnson. Seja Sarvella is at the plate for Goffstown. Swing and a miss on that one. The number 6 batter today for Goffstown as that one hits the dirt a few feet short of the plate. 2-2 count. Runner in scoring position. Pitch from Johnston, and gets her a swing at that one. That'll be a strikeout for Plymouth. It'll bring up Alex Page, her first at-bat of the evening. Third baseman playing up close, maybe expecting a bunt here. That one low as well for a ball. Another tip there. And Johnson not afraid to go in the strike zone early on today. There is one down in the inning and still no score. All right, there's 2 outs in the inning. This one hit foul on the third base line. See, that's the problem from where we are broadcasting today, is that we can't see the scoreboard. So sometimes I can't count to 3, and that's the other reason that Katie's here, to remind me when I'm wrong. So there are 2 outs in the inning and a 2-2 count for Alex Page. Chance here to pull ahead. This one just tipped over into the Plymouth dugout. Still a 2-2 count. Hit on a line to the shortstop. Picked up the throw to first. It's off target. Watterson rounding third. Watterson will score. And Page is in standing up for a double. Or a single with a little bit of an error there attached.
You wonder if that shortstop had just checked the runner again and held the ball, that they wouldn't have given up that error and that run home.
Yeah, for sure, Katie. That definitely gave enough time for the runner to just quick look up and say, hey, the shortstop's not paying any attention to me. I can make that run. Didn't stop momentum at all, and it does lead to that run, and now a 1-0 lead for Goffstown. And now that also leaves Page in scoring position, so Goffstown has a chance here to double their lead if they can get anything into the outfield, or maybe just a hard hit ball in the infield to force the infielders into a tough play. Darnell Vermette. Darnell Vermette at the plate for Goffstown. Takes one inside for a ball.
There's a pinch runner at second. I just traded it out. 17.
The pinch runner in at second base, and that's Emily Peterson. Two down in the inning. Unable to make contact on that last pitch. A ball called inside. It's 1-0, right?
Oh, that's 1-0.
Full count now for Darnell Vermette. This one popped up. First baseman not able to get there. tough play, even though the ball was hit with a little bit of air underneath it. The warm weather surely has gotten a little more fans here in attendance, a bigger turnout than our last game. Swing and miss, and that is another strikeout in the inning, and that will end the top of the inning. The score 1-0. Goffstown leading Plymouth. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. 1-0. Jenna Flaherty grounds this one over to first base side, and that will be strike one. The three for this inning will be Flaherty, Edmark, and Schamberger. After those three, we'll be back to the top of the Plymouth lineup. Plymouth went through 6 batters in the first inning, and unable to score a run. We'll see if that changes here. And a chop swing sends that one down into the dirt.
I was going to say, yeah, it looked like she was reaching a little bit on that one, just trying to get a piece of it.
She was able to make contact, which, better than the alternative, but we'll see if she can make solid contact on this one. Puts it on the ground to the second baseman. Throw to first, easily there in time. Solid play there from Tegan Cole. Molly Edmark now at the plate. Number 8 batter in Plymouth's lineup. Unable to check up on that swing, maybe been called a strike anyway, and now a 0-1 count. Strike 2 called, and now Edmark in a bit of a hole here. Pitching today for Goffstown is Shannon Guilford. It's hit back up over Guilford's glove. Another play for the second baseman, another throw to first, and that's the second out of the inning. 2 down, 1 to go. Is Goffstown going to be able to make it a 1-2-3 inning? It's been a busy inning for Tegan Coyle over at second base. Taylor Schamberger takes strike 1.
It looks like all the hitters up so far have been a little hesitant on some of the strike zone balls, but they're really need to start swinging and get some power behind them.
And Schamberger nearly took one to the elbow, able to dip out of the way of that last pitch. You got to wonder if that's a coaching decision coming into this game. And if it's not going to work, I think we're going to see them change that pretty early on. No swing is the call. Now a 1-2 count. Swung on and missed again. Both of these pitchers looking very good today. This one hit on the ground, shortstop. Picks it up, throw to first is good. And 3 infield plays and 3 outs for Goffstown. Score will stay 1-0, Goffstown leading Plymouth. And we'll be back with the top of the third. Here at Chase Field, score is 1-0, Goffstown is leading Plymouth. A beautiful day here today. Brennan Page leading things off for Goffstown, number 9 hitter. Or Brianna Page. Pitch high and outside.
You got to wonder with all these balls coming in and then starting off the first inning, last inning, if there's going to be a pitching change. If the lead gets a little bit wider during this game. Last game we broadcast, we only saw her for the whole duration of the whole game, so maybe we might see something new.
Yeah, for sure, Katie. And you got to wonder what the pitch count rules are. How long is she going to be allowed to go for today? Well, there's a few players on the Plymouth roster that can definitely pitch, and yeah, either way, if Plymouth takes a big lead or Goffstown takes a big lead, I think you're right. We definitely would see a pitching change. Strike called there. It is the top of the third. Score is 1-0. Nobody out. Popped up first base side. Another foul tip. Great job from Paige battling. Popped up. Nearly there for the play was the catcher. Ball landed just past the outstretched glove. It's easy to say that she should have had that one, but it's very hard to find those when you're jumping up, got the sun in your eyes, catcher's mask on. Quite easy to lose the ball. Swing and a miss. Great pitch from Johnson there. Had her completely guessing on the location. It's one down in the inning after that strikeout. Top of the lineup, Cara Leandri. Hit on the ground, third base sign, bobbled. The throw on target, but a tad late.
A little bit of a slow pickup there for the third baseman, but hopefully on the next play, if it goes there, she can recover and get that play at second.
Yeah, sometimes you see it with players where they get too cocky and they double cock it and lose the ball. Not the case there, but it's just that split second from third that so often it can be a big difference maker in whether you get that out or tag them out. Bunt laid down, picked up by the catcher, throw to first there in time. That is the second out of the inning, but it does advance the runner. Puts him in scoring position now, and a chance for Goffstown to add on to that lead. Just a one-run game at the moment. Shannon Guilford, the number 3 batter at the plate. Getting a couple of last-second words from Coach. What do you think he say? Hit over the fence?
It's either that or gonna be a bunt of some sort. I'm thinking just to pull that runner.
Some kind of trickery.
I don't know. 2 outs, you can try anything.
We'll see what's in the cards here for Goffstown. Strike one called. Another strike now, an 0-2 count. This is definitely not what Coach had in mind in that last meeting, right, Katie?
Right.
Pitch just a tad high. 1-2 count. And a strikeout. Beautiful pitch from Johnston. Ends the inning. Leaves one runner stranded. The score still 1-0. We'll be back with the bottom of the third inning. Don't go anywhere. Score is 1-0. Goffstown leading Plymouth. Starting off the inning for Plymouth is going to be Emily Boyd. Back to the top of the lineup for Plymouth, Jackie Gomer up next, and Tristan Keller batting third. Strike one called. Foul tip. Now early 0-2 count. On bouncing, foot in front of the plate. Maybe trying to put a little extra juice on that last pitch, Katie, with an 0-2 count.
Yeah, I would if I was the pitcher. I'm trying to look at the head coach for Bobcats, seeing if he's indeed giving her any indication of what type of hit or bunt she's trying to do, but I haven't seen any since the first initial swing.
Just letting his player that he trusts quite a bit in Boyd go figure it out at the plate. Strike three called. Boyd doesn't like it. Tough call there on the inside corner.
Yeah. I don't know if I would swing that one either personally. But, you know, if it looks halfway decent, you got to be swinging when you're an 0-2 there.
Yeah, you can't leave it up to the guys in blue because they're going to let you down. Jackie Calmer at the plate. Another swing and miss. Gomer pops one up. Off the glove of the second baseman. Picked up in right field. And that will be a double for Gomer.
Really, we've just seen errors at first base and a couple overthrows, and you know those can be costly, as we saw last up at bat for Goffstown, being able to get to second, and then right here with the Bobcats again. So we really have to make those throws to the glove of the first baseman as much as you can to get that runner out.
Especially in a game that's this close. This is just a one-run game, and only one down here in the bottom of the third. Tristan Keller at the plate. Keller grounds one over to third. The throw to first is in time, and Gomer is going to stay at second. It'll bring up the pitcher, Casey Johnston, trying to give herself a little help on the mound if she can knock a run home. Casey swings and misses at the first pitch. Second one driven out to left. Straight, sadly, to the left fielder. And that will end the third inning. The score will remain at 1-0. We'll be back with the top of the fourth. The top of the fourth inning at Chase Field. Score is 1-0. Goffstown leading the Bobcats. Justine Waterston is going to start things off in this inning for Goffstown. Following her, Olivia Brennan and Seja Sarvella. First pitch of the fourth inning, off the glove of the catcher.
Looks like a few pitches from both pitchers that we've seen today have, you know, stopped short a little of the home plate base.
Could be a sign of fatigue. We won't really know until the coaches make a move. This one popped up out of play on the first base side. But, you know, both of these pitchers, definitely two of the more skilled pitchers on either team. We're seeing some A lot of speed on some of their pitches, you know, when they hit their stride just right. Nobody out in the top of the fourth. Driven out to center. Easy catch made in center field. Solid contact on that last hit, but ends up in and out, and that will bring up Olivia Brennan. Strike. Johnson's pitch. This one just high. Strike two.
As you said earlier, you're just doing a great job placing that ball all around the plate there, not going to like a specific area, making them swing at it, and really good just adjustments.
This one down low as well. Yeah, Katie, that's something that she's been definitely working on since she come here to Plymouth. We saw it a little bit in the last game. It was hard for us to see it from the outfield for sure with the location, but being up here it gives a whole different view. And you can see why these hitters are having such big problems that we just see there. No swing because I don't think she knew where the ball was going on that play. 2 down in the fourth inning. And that will bring up Seja Sarvella. Popped up first base side, out of play. This pitch from Johnston's down in the dirt. Not exactly what you meant by mixing it up, though, right, Katie?
You never know. They could be swinging, as long as they're swinging.
Never been truer words spoken. That's why the one goal for the pitcher. And she got him there. No swing. Beautiful pitch in the lower third. No swing on that low pitch. High and outside. Johnson outside with that last pitch, went inside with this one, hit on the ground to second base. Easy throw over to first, and that will end the inning. The score will remain 1-0. We'll be back with the bottom of the fourth.
Did you text him?
Grace Como will start things out here for Plymouth in the fourth. Strike one. This one down in the dirt. There's the throw to first, and that's out number one.
Not really an on-purpose bunt there, but either way, when you realize that you have hit that ball, you're going to be booking it down that first baseline and just barely missing it right there, that opportunity, but Gotta be on your toes.
High for a ball, and yeah, Katie, you're definitely right. I get the Casey Johnston in my mind, the pitcher. I apologize, but yeah, you're definitely right. Those swung on hits that end up looking like a bunt catch the catcher off guard on occasion, and sometimes they can definitely lead to an easy run to first. But not on that play. A great throw from the catcher, having to angle it around the runner on the base path. Just throw high as well. Alexis Thompson had a couple nice bunts in the last game that we watched. We'll see if she tries that at all again here today. Three-one count. This one popped out to right field. Right fielder makes the grab, however, and that will be the second out of the inning.
It's really hard to believe that our last game we did out in the field, we were wearing wool, or at least I was wearing wool socks, 3 layers, a sweatshirt, and I was still freezing, and a hat. And now here we are in shorts, T-shirts, and I'm hoping to get sunburned.
I know, yeah, we should have definitely brought the chairs laid out, got some dry, get some tanning done in between innings or something, because things are getting a lot nicer here at Plymouth, and I think it was all the complaining we did on the last broadcast, so I think we should do that again if it gets cold. Jenna Flaherty at the plate for Plymouth. 2 down in the inning, Goffstown leading 1-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Flaherty hits this one foul on the first base side. Guilford's pitch popped up into the net here right in front of us. Sure, Billy, our cameraman, was ready to catch that, though. Hit on the ground, third base side. The throw to first. It's there in time. That will end the inning. 1-2-3, and the score remains at 1-0. Goffstown leads. See you in the top of the 5th. Of the 5th inning, Alex Page will start things off for Goffstown. Darnell Vermette and Brianna Page will follow her. Casey Johnston is on the mound for Plymouth. This pitch from Johnston high and outside. Page takes that one for a strike. This one popped up. Shallow center field. Catch is made.
Great job there by the Bobcats outfield, calling off the infield players and making that play happen and get that out early in the inning.
The sun, not a problem on that last play. We've seen a couple times where players lose the ball up high in the air, but not the case there. This one taken low by Darnell Vermette. Vermette hits this one on the ground. The throw to first is in time. That's the second out of the inning.
These innings are, as we talked about in between, are just flying by right now, and both teams doing a good job getting those outs early and consistently, I'd say, throughout the last couple up at bats for both teams.
Nice weather. Both teams have plans after the game, so they both want to get out here early. I think that may be the case.
They want to get a win early and then go get some ice cream at Scoops.
Oh, yeah. And you know where you can find anyone after this game. Fly ball to center field, and that is the third out of the inning. A 1-2-3 inning there, and we'll be back with the bottom of the fifth in just a moment. Goffstown leads 1-0. Molly Edmark, Taylor Schamberger, and Emily Boyd are the three to start things off for Plymouth. 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Plymouth looking for some offense in this game. They've been shut down by Shannon Guilford so far. Strike called.
We saw this similar story last time she was up at bat, where watching those balls go in, even in the strike zone, just waiting for that one and ultimately waiting too long.
That one high, and now a 1-2 count. Eventually, you have to start being a little more aggressive in the box, and maybe that'll be, a little bit of a change at Bobcats on her next at bat. Still a chance for her to salvage this one, however. She takes that one for a ball as well, and now a 2-2 count. And that one high as well. And now 3 consecutive balls, and this is a totally different at-bat, a full count. We'll see if Guilford's going to take a little bit off of this next pitch, maybe just to try to get it in the strike zone. Coach coming out to look at his catcher's wrist. Not sure what the problem may have been. Maybe she has a Band-Aid or something. She fell off. I don't know. It was a quick conversation, hopefully nothing too severe. That's ball 4 called. And we were saying she's got to be more aggressive, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Maybe we just watch the pitches next time and she gets another free walk out of it.
The odds of that happening, though, you have to pick and choose your battles.
Taylor Schamberger. Looks like we may have a pitching change in a moment for Goffstown. Or at least a quick meeting on the mound, trying to figure out what the problem is after those 4 consecutive balls. Back underway. Bunt shown, pulled back as that ball was high. Time is called now by the Plymouth coach. Coming over to talk to the umpire about something.
A lot of conversations out here today.
How good are you at reading lips, Katie?
Oh, if I really try, really good.
He's saying, hey, you should call all strikes for the other team. I don't know. I'm bad. Nonetheless, quick meeting behind the plate between Plymouth's head coach and the umpire.
Pinch runner?
Looks like maybe he's just discussing the role before he makes a substitution out here doesn't want to make a pinch runner call if he has to make a defensive change as well, unless he wants to. I'm not really sure what the issue is here at the moment. Edmark going to switch out. Now a runner on first base. Infielders still playing and expecting that bunt. Schamberger at the plate. Shows bunt, pulls it away. Ball called. Strike there. Pulled the bunt away, but maybe should have left it out there.
He's telling her to bunt again.
Bunt popped up in the air. The catch nearly made. Ball lands foul.
Really?
Which is surprising, right, Katie? Because it looked like it touched her glove.
I would have ruled that fair because it looked like she would have caught it in play, but she knocked it out with her glove. So I feel like that should have been kept fair until she actually got the ball.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Easy for us to say from our angle up here. We're not going to, call for anyone's job or anything, but
Yeah.
tough play
You've
there.
already offended all the umpires out there.
They never liked me to begin with.
Yeah.
The tying run for Plymouth is at first base. The go-ahead run is at home. Another bunt popped up third base side, picked up in fair territory. Trying to barehand it, maybe a little bit too fancy, and now runners on first and second.
I think that was a tricky play to call. If I was the head coach, I don't think I would have stuck with that bunt every single time, knowing that the players would assume that was coming, but it was successful enough for the head coach, Addison, there, as he gets players on both first and second now, and then in scoring position.
Another bunt laid down first base side this time. The throw got the first baseman up off of the bag, had to jump up to make the catch. Actually, it was the second baseman coming over to cover, who is a little bit shorter than the first baseman. Sad, unfortunately for her.
I'm still surprised he just did another bunt. Now he's got all the bases loaded, so great coaching moment for head coach Addison. Is now Plymouth really just needs one solid base hit and get an RBI in there possibly, and they're on the scoreboard.
Katie, you're being too tentative. I want to see a grand slam.
Oh.
I like home runs, right?
All right.
Let's see some action out here.
Maybe you just give him some good luck encouragement because, the broadcasters curse whatever you say, the opposite happens.
We'll see what happens here. Jackie Gomer at the plate. Nobody out in the inning. Strike one called. One thing you have to be wary of here, you cannot hit into a double play because it turns a very, very great situation into kind of a poor one. Gomer takes that one for a strike.
Ooh, close one.
Another close call, and I think we're going to see a lot of those today. The way these pitchers pitch, they move the ball around. They're very accurate, and they make things hard on hitters and catchers alike. Swing and a miss, and that strikeout was big from Shannon Guilford. Tristan Keller. Good job by the catcher to stop that one. Had plenty of space between the home plate and the backstop. Could possibly see a runner try to take home on a ball that goes past. Popped up right field side, out of play, shallow right field. catch was not made, however.
We saw a couple foul balls that were trying to be tracked down by a few players earlier, and those easy pop-up foul balls could be the difference between ending an inning and getting those players out of scoring position for the opposite team. So really important to catch those, as we saw the outfielder almost having that one.
Yeah, right now just one down in the inning. That would have made it 2. And really a totally different spot. A chance for redemption as this one popped up to right field as well. Makes the catch this time. The throw in. It's a little off target, a little late. A runner now going to take second as well. The game is now tied. Plymouth with runners on second and third. A go-ahead run at third base, and Casey Johnston is at the plate. Score 1-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Johnson swinging a miss.
We've seen Johnson hit last game, and she had a couple solid ones out to the outfield, I think that was, if I'm correct. So if she gets that power behind that swing and sends it out there, she could make the difference to lengthen this lead a little bit.
Johnston takes one inside. Another one high for Johnston. Johnston strikes out swinging, and 2 runners left stranded on the base pass. The score will stay 1-1 now, and we'll see you in the top of the 6th inning. Cara Landry, the number 1 hitter, going to lead things off. Tegan Cole and Shannon Guilford will follow her. Quick inning would be huge for Johnston here. Keep that momentum going from the last inning, get your team back up. This one driven out to right center field. Catch is made. Wonderful play from Molly Edmark.
Both outfields for both teams today have really shown up big on that side of the field. You can really tell where the ball location is common.
And they have to deal with quite a bit of sun in their eyes as well out in right field. It's balled it on a couple of occasions, but for the most part, been stellar. This one high for Tegan Cole. Strike called. Driven out to shallow right field. And that will be a single. Go ahead run now at first base. Pitcher Shannon Guilford. Guilford takes one low. High from Johnston.
How is the Goffstown head coach right now to be trying to load up my bases just as head coach Addison for the Bobcats did in the last up at bat? Whatever way is necessary, either by taking those walks or maybe even those bunts again.
Popped up first base side. Yeah, they have a little bit to work with, only 1 out in the inning for Goffstown so far. So you could try to sacrifice something here or play a little bit of small ball. They haven't tried to steal yet or anything this game. Would be surprised if they tried that now, try to catch the team off guard. Popped up first base side once again. Two count. And the runner's going to go. Now a runner in scoring position at second base. Only 1 down in the inning, a full count for Guilford. On the ground, over to short, the throw to first. There in time, the runner's going to try to take third. The ball came out on the tag, however. And now we have a runner in scoring position at third base. 2 down in the inning. Justine Watterson needs to get a hit here if Goffstown's going to take the lead. Bunt showed, but she pulled away, and ball 1 is the call.
They're going to try for a bunt here. Third base or the pitcher for Bobcats really needs to get that third out at first in order to make sure that run does not get in and that Goffstown takes the lead again.
Foul is the call. Ball died out. Coaches were a little upset the players didn't jump on it right away, but that's what they're there for, right? Give them a little encouragement for the next time. Goffstown threatening. Watterson at the plate. Bunt laid down first base side. Johnston picks it up. The throw to first in time for the out. That will end the inning. We'll see you in the bottom of the 6th, score 1-1. Really anyone's ball game at this point. We will go to extra innings if it is tied after 7. Inside for a ball.
If anyone is interested, baseball is down 4-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bobcats baseball.
On the ground, past Guilford, the throw from Cole is not in time. A leadoff single there. Grace Como out to talk to Coach quickly. Como lays down a bunt. Throw to first. Does get the runner out, but it advances a runner now into scoring position.
Looks like Addison's really confident in his team's ability to bunt that ball and their speed on the base path in order to get them to execute that play, but you got to wonder how many bunts is too many bunts at this point.
Yeah, so far, Goffstown has not had an answer, but eventually they're going to get this down one time, and they're going to be able to get runners out. Guilford able to stop the ball. The throw to first off target. Runner now running home, and that will be a run scored for Plymouth. Score now 2-1. The bench is ecstatic.
As we were talking about earlier, too, overthrows really are another way to go, and dangerous at this close of a game right now, with Plymouth just taking the lead once again after doing a comeback lap. So let's see if they can maintain it with the extra time that they've got here, and if they can get this base runner on second all the way home.
1-run lead, definitely not that safe. 2-run lead, not that safe either. 3 runs, and you're starting to feel pretty good. Right now, Plymouth just with that 1-run lead, barely out in front ahead of Goffstown. It's going to take some serious focus to finish this one out. Edmark, who had a great catch in the outfield just a couple innings ago, now at the plate. Looking for her first hit today. Walked last time.
Yeah, walked last time. I struck out first time.
I believe so. We don't have the most scientific stats in front of us. We just have my scribble notes and whatever you have written down as well over there.
Memory is key.
The runner's going to go to third. The throw over the head of the third baseman, but wonderful play there from the shortstop.
Great
Amazing
backup.
coverage.
You got to think if that ball had gone over third baseman's head, it would have been another score in.
Surely would have doubled Plymouth lead. And now the count 2-2. Edmark pops it up. The catch is made. Now 2 down in the inning. Taylor Schamberger. We've seen her bunt a couple times today. We'll see what she does here. Takes one inside. Strike called.
Haven't learned that sign yet that Addison just gave her, but I know the bunt one and the hit one, so we'll see what this one is.
Put it on the ground, the third base side. The throw got the first baseman up off of the bag, and that will score another run. Now a 2-run lead for Plymouth.
Definitely a great job by Plymouth keeping their momentum up, coming back in this game, and making something happen for themselves, either stealing the bases and just watching where the play is and watching to see if they could progress any chance they get, and that's what they have done so far, coming back in this game.
Second game in a row that Plymouth has had to come back from behind. We'll see if they can hold on to the lead here today. Still a chance to add more to it, however. 2 outs in the inning. Good job by the catcher, Page, to stop that ball.
I agree with Coach Addison right there. If you're going to go, you made the motion to run, you got to keep going and turn back. You can't stop midway because the ball is still in play right there.
Another ball. First base is open. Hit on the ground to the shortstop. The throw to first comes out of the first baseman's glove. And that's another bit of an error over at first base. We've seen it happen a couple different ways today.
That was Goffstown right now. I try to come together, get my infield back together, and try to get this out because they really need to get back in their dugout and get some bats going for themselves.
They can come back from a 2-run lead, but if you start, keeping this rally going, things can get out of hand quickly. You got runners on the corners now. But 2 outs in the inning, it just takes one play to right the ship and get your team going with another chance. Runners on second and third. Swung high for a ball. Popped up. Out of play over on the first base side.
Plymouth doing a good job taking their leads.
Full count. This one fouled back as well.
Both teams able to find a groove now, whereas in the first couple innings we just saw 1, 2, 3 straight outs.
Yeah, this inning maybe as long as 3 half innings put together at the beginning of the game.
Oh, we just jinxed it.
Strikeout ends it. Score is 3-1. Don't go anywhere. The top of the 7th. Maybe the end of this game if Goffstown can't score any runs. Of the 7th inning. Olivia Brennan takes one for a ball. Goffstown 3-0 on the year. Plymouth 3-1. This one hit hard. Third base side. Attempting to make the diving catch was no good, however.
That's the effort, though, that we haven't seen, really trying to get those fly balls. Really trying to just bounce out of her glove. Almost had it, but great effort there by Bobcats as they're trying to end this game a little bit early.
And a beautiful play going out full stretch there for the ball. You can hear Coach yelling, "Hey, give your left fielder a second," to Casey Johnson, the pitcher. She was getting ready to pitch before anyone even was back to their spots. I think she's trying to get out of here early. We'll see if puts a little extra on this pitch. Gets her to pop it up on the right field side, out of play. This one low for a ball. Popped up to center field. Catch is made.
Really great contact with that ball, though we've seen a few big hits out there, but it's good to see that Goffstown is swinging. They're trying to rally back hard they can right now.
And these Plymouth fielders, you can see smiles on their faces for probably the first time today as they finally taken the lead and are hopefully on their way, to the finish line here. They just need to keep their focus and get these next 2 outs. Pitch from Johnson. This one hit out to right center field. It's going to get down in front of Edmark. The throw to second, knocked down, and that will be a 1-out double. Tying run now at home plate. Time is called. Goffstown's coach wants to talk to Paige. Alex Page at the plate for Goffstown. Kayla Johnston on the mound for Plymouth. One down in the top of the 7th. Popped up, second base. The catch is made. Now 2 down in the inning.
Tough spot to be in right now if you're coming up to bat, because you have 2 outs on you. You got 1 runner in scoring position on second base, and really need something to happen out here.
Danielle Vermette. We'll see if she can get it done for Goffstown here, or if Johnson's going to be able to put her away. Vermette hits it on the ground to the third base.
Oh,
No throw is made, and now runners on the corners.
that could have been a third out right there, right what the Bobcats needed if third baseman Emma had just seen that runner running and dished it off to her shortstop there, and or either thrown it to first for that easy out right there.
Coach out to talk to Johnston on the mound. Maybe just settle his team down there after he saw that defensive lapse on that last play. Definitely a mental lapse, as there was no throw. He's expecting the throw to first, and I'm sure that's what they were drilling all week. But I mean, I've been in that spot before. A lot of things are going on in that play. Easy to get caught up in the moment and really freeze up in that spot occasionally.
You have to be aware though, with 2 outs already against the team, that runner's going to be running on anything, so you have to be prepared and watch that play. You got to check your runner anyway, no matter what situation you're at, before you throw that ball to make that play. So we really got to come together right now, forget all the mistakes, and get it third out.
Brianna Page knocks this one out of play on the first base side. 0-1 count. After Page, we back to the top of the lineup if she can reach. Johnston's pitch. Page fouls this one back. Page has this one on the ground, picked up at short. The throw to first is there in time. And that will end the game today. Goffstown able to come out on top of Plymouth by a score of 3-1. The second game we broadcast here at Chase that Plymouth has had to come back from behind to win a game. And Katie, what are your thoughts on today's game?
Plymouth is showing that they are a team that can't come back with their hits, and defensively just trying to get that ball in there, and they're really good job. As again last time, their pitcher really one of the backbone players of their team this year, getting those strikes, getting the other team to swing. So great job again by her. Goffstown doing a great job leading off the game and just having to execute those last couple infield errors there and getting more batting practice behind them. But both teams looking pretty good today for a quick, nice, beautiful day to play softball.
And that will do it for us from Chase Field. I want to thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. For Joey LeBlanc, Katie Martin, and Billy, signing off. And until next time.